Namaskar friends and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss a software design methodology called test driven development or TDD. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." This statement reflects the importance of preparation before taking any action. Uncle Bob, the author of Clean Code, says the only way to go fast is to go well. The core idea of test driven development is writing high quality, well tested code that leads to faster development in the long run, as it minimizes errors and costly refactoring. Let's discuss the TDD cycle. Start by writing tests that define the function or improvements you want to implement. Initially, all the tests will fail because the feature is not existing yet. Then write the code, pass the tests. Now we can refactor the code to improve its structure, readability, and since we have the test suite, we can run it again. If any new feature comes in, we can repeat the whole process again. What are the benefits of a test driven methodology? Test driven development forces developers to think about the requirement and the edge cases. So once you have written down your requirements, it helps you write better code. Also, if there is any bug, it will you will be able to catch it faster. During refactoring, since our test suite is already ready, we can be much more confident that our refactor works as expected. Now that we have an understanding of what a test driven methodology is, let us implement by writing tests for a simple add function. I have my index.test file here and the index file for add function here. The function body is currently empty. Once we have written down all the tests, we are going to write logic for add function and see if the function passes all our requirements. Let's start writing a basic test to add two numbers. We are going to add 1 and 2 and we are expecting the result to be 3. So the first test we are writing for two positive integers. Now we can also try the same for two negative integers. Now we can repeat the test to add a positive integer and a negative integer. We are going to write some more tests. Let us also write a test where if we are not passing any any numbers to the add function, it should throw us some error. We are doing a pattern match here. If we are invoking add function with no arguments passed, it should throw us an error saying the same. Now that we have our test suite ready, let's run the test suite and see what is happening. We are getting an error, Q unit is not defined. I have made a minor spelling mistake here. Let's run the test again. Now we can go through each of these tests and see what is failing. So add positive integers 1 and 2. From the function we are getting undefined and we are expecting the value to be 3. Similarly, add -1 and -2. We are expecting -2. We should expect -3 and we are getting undefined. You can see the results for all of our tests. For the second test, the test should fail if no arguments are passed. We are getting undefined from our function and the test is failing again. Now that we have written sufficient tests, let's go and rewrite our function. So I have a add function to which I am passing two arguments. So I'll declare two arguments here and I am expecting at the end it should return me the sum of these two values. Let's save the file and run the test again. Now you see one test is passed and one is failing. You can see add two numbers. This test is passing. The second test is failing where it is expecting an error to be thrown. Let's now throw this error. Every function has an arguments object. This is an array-like object and we can access the length property. Now, if no arguments is passed, argument.length is going to be 0. In this case, we are going to throw a new error with message that we have copied from the test. Let's save this and run the test suite again. Now you see both of our tests have passed. Say an requirement came up where we are going to extend this add function to accept more than one variables and give us the sum of all these arguments. So I'm going to write the test for it. If you are coding with me, please pause the video here and try to write the tests yourself. We have included 3 more tests. Now let's run our test suite again. As expected, out of 3 tests, 2 are passing, 1 is failing. We can read what all tests are failing. Let's now go and modify our add function. A quick call out here, guys. If you are liking the video, please hit the like button. We can extract the arguments as an array from the arguments object. Now we can iterate over this array and sum all of its elements. Basically, what I did here is I converted the arguments object to an array. I started with 0 and Using array.prototype.reduce, I summed all the elements of the arrays. I do not need these A and B now. Let me test what I have written is correct or not. If I had made a small mistake, instead of new array, I'll just write array.from and I'll pass arguments. It will extract array from an array like object. Now let's run the tests again. Now you can see we are passing all the tests. Remember what we discussed about TDD cycle? We did the same thing. We wrote some tests of adding two numbers A and B. Then we went and wrote the logic for it. We tested and our code worked. Now we had a new requirement came in where we want to extend the same function to add any number of arguments. We first went and wrote the tests. Then we refactored our logic and we wrote the test suite to confirm we satisfy the new requirement and the previous test cases are not breaking. Now, here is a task for you. Can you think of any new features that should be a part of our add function? If yes, please comment this in the comment section. Let's use the comment section for sharing knowledge and discussion about the topics. This is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Till next time, keep learning, keep growing. Goodbye.